Hey everybody, Guardian Mike here, and this tape, this little mentoring moment is going to be for you if you are particularly in California and you got a problem in New York, got on the East Coast, and you're long distance helping a loved one, family member through some form of guardianship probate litigation. Got some points for you on that. How you can deal with an IME, the independent medical exam, and take a placement from a structured environment to home. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, Guardian Mike here, and mentoring moment for you. Here's some thought processes to work with your attorneys when you want, you've got a guardianship. Let's assume you're in a guardianship mode, either temporary or permanent. The court has jurisdiction, and it's going to be specific. There's no universal rules of the road and the practice, so it's going to be state specific and county specific. Michigan, we've got like, I think, over 80 counties. I think it's 82 or 83, I should know that. And every probate judge has different thoughts on this. So you want your loved one to go from the nursing home to home. Might not be a death, but they have, say they have Alzheimer's, or they have dementia, or they are mentally ill. In any case, you have a guardianship in place or a temporary, and you want placement from a restricted environment to a less restricted environment. And the question comes up like this one. You have the players, the guardian ad litem, which is the eyes and ears of the court. You have your attorney involved representing you, and you also have an attorney for the court's ward, the person who is going to be under guardianship. And somebody says, you know, hey, the guardian ad litem says, listen, and your attorney approached the guardian ad litem, and you're in, you're way out in Seattle, and you're talking to somebody in Florida, and they're saying, you know what, we will talk to the doctor and have them examine your spouse, your loved one, to see if we can send them home. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's slow that down and let's unbundle that. Many physicians, there's two things I want you to know. Many physicians will never, ever agree to go from a restricted environment to a less restricted environment if there's mental illness and there's suicide in the background. They're not going to say, Alice can go home, because they're worried about medical malpractice. They can't admit that. I'm just sharing with you what my witness is. This is what I've seen. Is it right or wrong? You decide. I've seen it. So some people have reputations. Your lawyer, the guardian ad litem, and the attorney for your spouse, your loved one, is going to know. They're going to know. There's different doctors. So remember, there are some physicians who are very, very restrictive in agreeing to a placement. So when someone starts popping in with a plan, you might want to have your own plan. Step one, they offer a physician that is familiar with the case, and they say, let's ask him. They're innocently so. But, you know, in my area, I have a little bit of an idea where that's going to go at. Step two, if that physician has been taking care of your loved one, say in a hospital setting or a nursing home setting, they are billing the government, and when they fill out those forms to bill the government, they're saying, I haven't received any funds from anybody. So you can't get on the phone and say, you know, you're going to do a 10-minute evaluation. How about if I give you $500 and you do an hour evaluation? That ain't going to happen. They really are going to, and you won't understand it. Why is there no cooperation? They are not going to probably take your money, because oftentimes, at least in Michigan, they have been working and they might have been caring for your loved one for 2 years, and under Medicare, Medicaid, they might have gotten $1,200. Who knows what? $2,000. They are not going to give back that money for the last 2 years when you privately pay them. But they won't talk clearly to you, and they won't tell you why. And so here's the third option. Why don't you, if you're out in Seattle and you're working with somebody on the East Coast, why don't you talk to your lawyer on the East Coast and say, why can't we get our own IME? Why don't you find somebody that has a history of being respectful? It's called the dignity of risk. Put it down in the, subscribe and put it down in your comments if you want to hear more about the dignity of risk. There are physicians who will say, look, you know, this person is in a restricted environment. AFC, adult foster care home, or the nursing home, and we want them to age at home. And you're entitled to assert their rights to age in the least restrictive environment possible, and you want at least a as unbiased as possible opinion called an independent medical exam, and that person might be willing to do it for $200, and they've never seen the person before. They have not been billing the government, they have no restrictions, and you can pay them a little extra money to do a very thorough evaluation so that placement can go from restricted to less restrictive. You want to know that. You want to know how that's played out. This is a mentoring moment, and I think I'm doing this in 10 minutes. I just want to alert you that you're swimming in shark-infested waters. People are not necessarily evil, but they are routine and they're knee-jerking, and you're getting those reactions because they're working on almost an assembly line. And you need to advocate in that arena for health care and placement, and you need to know three things. One, if somebody suggests something, it might be very predictable. Somebody suggests, let's ask the doctor who's been caring for this person what they think. Well, the next question is, can you maybe suggest that we talk to somebody that has not seen your spouse and that you are willing to privately pay? And that can we get somebody who's willing to accept the risk of the dignity of risk that maybe if we move from to the home where there's less control, that there is risk, but there's the dignity of risk. This person's 98 years old. They're not going to live long. They're not going to commit suicide, and we can make the home safe. We'll talk about that later. I hope that's helpful. Seppi, was that?
Yeah.
All right. It passes Seppi. Seppi's one of the staff here. I'm in the office. We got 5 or 6 people that help. If it passes her smell test, then it's good. That's a wrap.